water. You've been working so hard, it's making me tired. I'm going to take a little nap, and then we'll film the rest of the show. Whoa! Hey Z, are you okay?
Oh, that
That was a
theme
pretty
park
bad fall.
ride.
You okay?
It really knocked the wind out of my sails.
He's breathing, folks, so he's okay. So this episode, I want to discuss how I installed my sail. Not necessarily, I'm not going to go into the great detail. There is a very detailed, wonderful install video that Falcon Sails already has, and I'll include it in the description. But rather I want to talk about my kayak and how I placed the masts and the stays and some other choices I made. This particular kayak is a Wilderness Systems. It is a Cape Horn, which is 17 feet in length. This is probably from the early 2000s. I got it used, and I believe it's discontinued. So the first thing we'll talk about is the placement of the deck mount, which is right there. That is where the masts will attach to the boat. If we look at their instructions, they say for a 17-foot boat that the distance from the deck plate to the back seat should be 78 to 85 inches. So that distance there to the deck plate is exactly 85. So I could have went a little bit this way, but the reason why I chose that is because of the stays. You'll see here that I have this stay point here for this line, and a little bit back this anchor would be in the middle. So rather than do that, I just moved it up to the 85 inches, and the back stays here and the side stays here. Another feature that I could have done differently on this kayak is the forestay. So a concern I had was, would I be able to use this handle in order to move the kayak around? Originally I thought I wouldn't be able to do that because this guy would be in the way and then I couldn't use it, but it turns out that you don't necessarily have to have it like this over it. You can just loop this through and it's fine. Originally I was thinking, hey, you know, why not drill a hole through here and put the forestay there, but that material is kind of thinner, so I don't know if if it's really windy, you know, is it going to go that way and break? So rather I did the suggested method, which is to put at the furthest point that you can, drill the hole, and later I'll put some liquid nail in there on both sides. It's really fits pretty good, so I'm not too concerned about that. The next thing we'll take a look at is the support for the mast deck. Take a look inside and you can see that. So as you can see, the screws, the bolts come through. You have to drill 2 holes. and then you get a support beam. It's carbon fiber, and it's very generous in length, so you have to cut it. This one I cut multiple times just to be conservative. I didn't want to undercut it and it doesn't fit properly. And let me see if I can articulate it for you. As you can see, it comes up. Also of interest, of note, is the boom cleat and also the forestay cleat. I'm left-handed, so I installed this as was suggested by the instructions, so that your offhand is for the foresheet, because you're not doing that too often. And then the boom control, the sheet over there, is in my left hand, which I'll be doing more often. So if you watch this video and you're right-handed, note that these would be reversed. Also for my kayak, there's plenty of elastic cordage to hold down the sail. So I decided not to put the sail tie down. If I was, it would have been right about here. But I have these two bands that I just reach out and put the sail underneath it, and that works for me. We're going to install the sail. We were discussing before in a previous video, why do we have this giant bag they gave us? Well, we're about to see why. So inside of here is the mast, the sail, the boom, all the stays. And when you're traveling, I will be putting my kayak on top of a roof rack, and I cannot have the sail attached. So most likely you're going to have to also use this bag and not going to be able to have the sail attached while you're in transporting. So I have not seen any videos that show how to attach it to here, so I'm about to do that right now. And I'll also show the takedown so you get an idea of how quick it is. You notice that this is keyed, so if it's not in a key, it won't go on the mount. So first thing is make sure it's keyed. You'll notice that there is a 1 hex screw, and that goes into the location on the mount. Only hand tighten too. And probably what's the longest part is just getting the stays correctly orientated, really. This is the forestay, we'll get to that in a second. So we'll put on a back stay. And I'm actually going to put this down, it's easier if it's down like that. Let's do a side stay. Back stay. On the other side. Side stay. And the final back stay. We'll take the forestay. We'll take the forestay line and put it through the pulley. put it underneath, stays, and attach it to the cleat. In fact, we'll now use the forestay to rise the mast. And now we'll do the boom through the eyelet into the back other cleat. And there you have it. So there's only a slight breeze right now, but you can see it's already filling up with air. It really wants to go. I can't wait to take this out. So someone decided to mow their lawn, but I promised I was going to show you the disassembly. So we're going to take the sail down, and that's it. I hope you enjoy this. You'll see how quick it is. Just tying up the forestay now. Remove the side stays. Remove the back stays. Loosen the Allen nut that's holding it in. Slide it up.